Have you ever heard someone say something about diabetes and thought, is that true? That doesn't sound right to me. I have. Hi, I'm Donna Denson, the Dynamic Diabetic, and today I want to talk about some common myths about type 2 diabetes. Um, Diabetes is a terrible disease, guys, and the most common form is type 2. So that's what I'm going to address today. I'm talking about type 2 when I say diabetes, okay? And we're going to debunk some of those myths that go around about our disease. So the first one is that diabetes isn't really serious. Really? I think diabetes is serious. As a matter of fact, I know it's very serious. It is a serious chronic disease. Chronic meaning it's always there, guys. So if it wasn't serious, why would 2 out of 3 diabetics die with cardiovascular events like a heart attack or a stroke? That sounds pretty serious to me. What you need to remember, though, is diabetes can be controlled, but it's definitely a serious disease. Our second myth, if you're overweight, you'll automatically get diabetes. True or false? False. Being overweight does not guarantee that you're going to develop diabetes. It may put you at more risk of developing diabetes, but so do a lot of other things. If you have a family history, someone in your family has diabetes, you are more at risk. If you have high blood pressure, you are more at risk. And if you're sedentary, if you don't move around a lot, yes, you have a greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But because you're overweight, does that mean you're going to get diabetes? No. Guys, I know some really heavy people that do not have diabetes, and I know some people that are pencil thin and do have diabetes. So weight is not the one factor to look at. So don't assume when someone's overweight that they're either are diabetic or going to be. That's not true. Number 3 is that exercising increases a type 2 diabetic's risk of getting low blood sugar. Guys, having diabetes is not an excuse or a pass from doing exercise, okay? Exercise is an important part of our lifestyle, whether it's to help our diabetes or all the other organs of our body, because it does. It helps everything. So, if you have diabetes and you take insulin, you may need to talk to your doctor and develop an exercise plan that keeps your blood sugar level. But that would be someone who's doing some serious heavy exercising. That's not somebody who's taking a short walk or doing some chair exercises or a little bit of movement to make sure their body stays better shape by moving around. So that's not true. Number 4, insulin will harm you. What? Guys, insulin saves lives, okay? But you have to manage it. There's no question of that. You have to control it so that it can do the job it's supposed to do. New medications, new ways, of taking insulin these days make it a little bit better at managing our sugars, but still the only way to know for sure what's going on is to take that blood sugar, okay? Prick the finger, do the work, whatever, find out. That's how you find out if your plan is working for your body, okay? That's how you find out what your blood sugar is doing. Insulin is not meant to harm you at all. Now, I will say that you can gain weight where insulin is, okay, where you shoot insulin if you do. You can develop a kind of a fatty pocket from that, but it doesn't harm you, okay? The harm is not taking the insulin if you need it. So diabetes means that your body, this is our next myth, diabetes means that your body isn't producing enough insulin. Not necessarily true. Let me explain that. People who have type 2 diabetes generally in the beginning have plenty of insulin. It's just your body is not using it properly, okay? The insulin is not telling the cells to open up and absorb the glucose from our food. The system is got a block somewhere, okay? It's not really working correctly. So your body tries to create more insulin to make that happen. Over time, your pancreas can get to where it cannot keep up. And that's when you start taking insulin shots, okay? That's when you add insulin to your medications because your pancreas can't keep up. So you go from, this is insulin resistance, guys. Type 2 is resistance. Your cells just don't want to cooperate. And you go from that insulin resistance to needing the insulin injections because your body can't keep up. But it doesn't mean you don't produce enough. Number 6, diabetes requires you to give yourself injections. True or false? Well, again, maybe. Some medications do require you to give yourself a shot, okay? But there's a whole lot of medications that do not. So diabetes does not mean that you automatically have to give yourself shots. No. If you have diabetes, there's lots and lots of people who never, ever take a shot. Number 7, I can tell whether my sugar's high or low. I don't need to take a test. You ever said that? We all think we know our bodies pretty well, but let me give you a couple of examples. You're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, weak, right? And you think, well, my blood sugar's low. And it could be. But you could also just be getting sick. You don't know if you don't take the test, which it is. On the other side, you may have to go to the bathroom all the time. You may just be urinating like crazy, right? That could mean that your blood sugar is high, but it could also mean you have a bladder infection. You don't know until you take your sugar. So you have to test, guys. Don't rely on how you feel because that can be misleading you. There can be multiple reasons for the same feelings. Number 8, diabetics can't eat sweets. How many times have people ask you, should you be eating that? You know, I thought diabetics couldn't eat sweets, right? Isn't that annoying? Well, guys, there is no reason why a type 2 diabetic cannot have sweets. What you have to do is work that into your meal plan, into your food plan. Generally, best thing is to eat the sweet with some other food so that it slows down digestion for you. Okay, but if you eat sweets by themselves or in abundance, they're going to raise your blood sugar. And no, you shouldn't eat them, okay, if you're going to do that. But if you're smart and you work it into your meal, into your day, then you're fine. There's no reason you cannot have sweets. The one caveat to that I would give you is that the more sweets you eat, the more you want. So you're better off not to be eating sweets. But can you? Absolutely. And number 9, being on insulin means that you don't have to make lifestyle changes. The insulin's going to take care of it. I don't have to do anything. No. Insulin is going to help you, but insulin's not going to do all the work. You're responsible for yourself here, guys. It's always important. What are you eating? Your diet matters. Are you moving? Exercise matters. Medicine. Are you taking your meds like you're supposed to? Those lifestyle changes, those things you have to do to control your diabetes. Those things you have to do to make sure that you are going to be okay. And there you have my myths for today on taking care of yourself, okay? Now that we've debunked those most common myths, I want to remind you diabetes is a serious chronic disease, and you have to take care of yourself. It's very important. Today, I would like to ask you to do 4 things for me. 1, I want you to share this video so people know what's true, what's not. 2, I want you to subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up with what's going on, get more information. Guys, knowledge is power. I say it all the time. You need all the power you can get. So subscribe to my channel so you know some new stuff. Join my Dynamic Diabetics Facebook group so I can support you there as well. And next, I do a diabetic minute every day. I have posted it now on this YouTube channel. Watch the minute. It's quick, just a few minutes of information, and it's varied. It's for anyone who wants to get healthy. And if you would do those things for me, I would really, really appreciate it, and I think you will too. I hope I found you safe today. I hope I found you well, and you know I always hope I found you happy. Life's too short to be anything but happy, guys. Again, please do those things for me. I want to thank you for being here. I hope that God will bless and keep you until we connect again. This is Donna Denson, the Dynamic Diabetic, thanking you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.